Today's goal is the bathroom. As you already know, some time ago we started working on the bathroom and we had to leave it halfway because we had quite a few little problems with the toilet. It wasn't flushing properly, neither was the shower, and well, we were a little bit crazy. Finally, my father managed to fix it after making a hole in the floor outside. We had to reroute the water pipes and, well, a lot of hassle, but the good part is that it's done now and it works perfectly. So, what are we going to do today? Removing water. Step number 1. My mom is already doing it. Removing the water so we can take out the toilet, which we've already made sure works well, because otherwise, imagine what a mess that would be. So, once we remove the toilet, we're going to put each of the tiles back where they were. Honestly, it looked beautiful, so taking it out was a big disappointment since it looked so nice. It felt like we were going backward, but everything worked out in the end and got solved. Yes, the important thing is it got solved, otherwise it would have been a mess. So we'll put all the pieces back in their place, and the extra thing we're going to do today, I hope we have enough time if nothing gets complicated, is to put up the roof. We want to put up the whole structure of this slatted wood here, which I really love because if you notice, it's not symmetrical. How are we going to put it up? Well, we're going to add some profiles. Let's turn on the light, otherwise you can't see. Not this one either. It's over here. We're going to do it the same way we did it here. We're going to put some profiles on the sides and we're going to set the ceiling supported on one side and the other tongue and groove style. This wood isn't tongue and groove because it's just regular laminated wood, but these pieces do have the tongue and groove, which is this right here. So we'll fit them together using the tongue and groove and we'll join them. And honestly, it's something I've really been wanting to do because I think the bathroom is going to change a lot. And that's exactly what it needs. Because once we finish this, let's say, once we put up the ceiling and install the panels, all that's left is to put up the shower screen, which we already have. We've actually had it for a long time, but couldn't install it due to bathroom and toilet issues. The only thing we're still missing is the cabinet. And with this, we'll have the bathroom finished. I don't know, I still can't quite believe it. The truth is, I wasn't really a fan of shiny things before. I don't know why. I used to like matte things more. And now, more and more, I like shiny things. It's amazing how you change over time in your tastes, your style, and so on. And I'm saying this because the other day, well, I have a little table here that we sanded down quite a while ago. You probably saw it. I sanded it with my grandmother on the terrace and it was matte. And my mom, well, accidentally painted it with glossy varnish. And you know, I love how it looks with the glossy varnish. It gives it a luxurious touch that honestly looks amazing. Also, it really brings out the grain, much more than the matte finish. And I don't know, I love it. When she saw that I had used glossy, she said, "Oh wow, what a mistake." But on the other hand, it's good. Because if water or anything else spills on it, it's kind of waterproof. Otherwise, it would seep in and some stains might have been left behind. But this way, look, it looks beautiful. I love it. This table goes really well with the style of the dining room. Look how beautiful it looks. The very first thing we're going to do is cover the old drain, the one that didn't drain well, because smells can come out of there. And we definitely don't want any smells. Anka, quiet, we need to remove a screw. You need a special wrench to take out these screws. There's a plug there. All the water is spilling out. It's clean. Where should I put it? Oh no, water spilled on me. We're cleaning the whole inside of that area because, well, with so much activity, in the end, there's been a bit of debris and a little bit of everything. So we've already wiped it down, swept it and everything, and we leave it nice and clean. That way, when we cover it up, that area will already be clean. Now we have to relocate everything that was there. There, the lid. Later it won't be enough, right? Yes. Now we're facing a new conflict. And when we took out the toilet and everything, it turned out that during this time we lost a very important piece, which was like the connector or something. Anyway, without that piece, the toilet was leaking water. So we had to replace it and buy another one and all that stuff. And well, it was really hard to find that piece. It was quite a hassle. So my dad ended up gluing it permanently. You can't take it out now. What's the story? Now, the hole we made in the cover plate, which is this hole here, isn't big enough because the piece is already glued in place. So we have to take the cover plate outside, make the hole bigger, and then put it back in place. Yeah. Anyway.
She was looking at me. She told me I've been cheating on her in her dream. Lord, it wasn't a thing.
It's been a while since we've seen this plate installed. Since we had to take it off a long time ago, and it looks so nice, it just looks so finished. The thing is, now we have to put this one on. Actually, we never even got to put this one on. We still have to take off the plastic and everything, put the adhesive on it, and then stick it here. The thing is, back when we were working on the bathroom, we bought the LED strips that are going to go right there. So I'm telling my mom that maybe what we can do is stick them on and then put this here. And that way, well, we can just leave them stuck on. And that way, we won't have to reach in there later. These LED strips have to go here. And in this little space here. I have the LED strip here, but we're not going to install it yet. Because we have some doubts. I mean, the LED strip is one whole piece. It has to cover both sides. And we don't know if we can cut it and have my dad make the connection at the top. Or if we can't cut it and we have to run it along the floor and make, let's say, a U shape so it ends up at the top. Or maybe it can end at the bottom or in the middle where there's a switch. Since we don't know about the electricity, like my dad planned, well, more specifically, I don't know how he managed to set up this LED strip, so I don't want to install it and then have something go wrong with it. Because it uses adhesive, it might not stick again. I'll return it to its original place where it should have stayed. It's really nice because this LED strip is very thin. Look, it's really thin, which is perfect because it will be well hidden when placed. The panel in front will cover it, so only the indirect light will show. We have to make this little hole in this piece, because it's an access point to reach the water connections, like this.
Better get the sheriff. Something's going down. 5 crazy cowboys heading into town. One's got funny looking boots.
Okay, we got it. By the way, this is the most beautiful panel I have ever seen. It's such a gorgeous panel. I'm just fascinated by it. I told Ivan that I want this panel for the new project, for the mansion too, in several places. Actually, I would like it on the fireplace, which is the place where it will be seen the most. It would make the fireplace look amazing. Marble effect, I just love it. I love it. It's like a kind of travertine marble, a mix of... I don't know, it fascinates me. And right now it doesn't look good because it still has the plastic on it.
One, two, three, four. Who's that knocking on your door? It's a duck with a hat. What do you think of that?
Well, now we'll let it dry completely, and that way we can eat peacefully. Before we knew it, it was already after 2 o'clock. We're hungry, but honestly, when you're busy, you don't really pay much attention to being hungry. So let's make something quick, so we can eat soon and then continue. If it's dry, great. And if not, since we have a few things pending, we'll keep moving forward. What do we have to eat today, Mom? Today we have sweet potato. Do you feel like having some? Yes, it looks amazing. Sweet potato and secreto pork. It looks so good. I love sweet potato in every way, honestly. And today, to make it quick, we're going to fry it. Well, the other day we showed a recipe that was also delicious, which had tomato, avocado, and cheese. Honestly, it's really good, but we didn't have any of that, so we made it this way. Plus, there are flies everywhere. The thing is, I wanted to show you. Well, later, when we finish eating, we're going to have some homemade ice cream. We made it last night. I'm going to explain the recipe to you because it's super easy and honestly, it's so good. I mean, really delicious. I'll get it out of the freezer and show you. Wait a second, we put it in the freezer. Yes. Let's see. Look at this. It looks amazing. Oh, it's gotten hard as a rock. No, leave it there. We're going to leave it in the fridge because every time we've made it. Okay, out. All right. Every time we've made it. Well, we've eaten it right away. We've made it and eaten it, but we had a lot left over. I said, Mom, if we eat all of this, we're going to get diarrhea. So, well, I'll tell you how we made it because honestly, it couldn't be easier and it's amazing. A little bag like these from Mercadona, which, well, has several fruits. I think it's peach, mango. That already gives it a sweet touch, so you don't need to add sugar or anything because for us it's sweet enough. Then we add half a Greek yogurt and half a container of whipping cream. We put everything into the blender, that's it, we put the lid on and start. It ends up looking like a mousse ice cream. Look, 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 there it is. She'll do it daily, though we've eaten it for 3 days already. I confess, we loved it and we want to try it with other things. For example, with coconut, we want to do the same, but instead of adding the mango packet and so on, add coconut. And we also said we want to try another packet they sell at Mercadona, which is very similar, but it's strawberry and red berries, and that must be really good too. We haven't tried it yet. So far, we've only tried this one with mango, tarina, and similar ingredients, and it's delicious. The thing is, the trick is to use it frozen. Since you use it frozen, of course, it turns out like ice cream. If it were thawed, I guess it would be liquid. I don't know, try it out. And let me know? Well, we've already eaten, so let's get back to work and organize ourselves step by step. The first thing we're going to do, I've got it here. It's a laser level. Let's set it up and mark the entire perimeter of the ceiling so we can follow that line to install the guides. The guides are aluminum metal profiles that we bought, kind of decorative trim for the final finish, so to speak, and they're to make sure everything stays straight and aligned. We're going to do it with the laser level. Once we screw them to the back wall, then we'll move on to cutting the PVC sheets and installing them. That's basically the plan, and we'll see how it goes as we work. We'll see if we need to change anything or not, because this is the first time in our lives that we're going to install a PVC ceiling. No, it'll be easier if you place the wide side against the wall.
I'm following this tile line, right?
What happens is,
If Peter wants to say no,
that's right, if Peter says no, it's because you're not straight. What happens is, of course, you'll have to hold it for a little while, and I would lean more forward because you're too far apart.
prepare the materials first.
Yes, pencil, ladder, what else did I need? Besides the ruler, the level like a magic wand, boom!
1, 2, 3, 4. Who's that knocking on the door? It's a cat with a big smile. He's been there for a while. 1, 2, 3, 4.
This is insulation for the hot water pipe, and now we're installing it so it's already covered. And this is basically because even if it's cold, it doesn't take as long to heat up. So to speak, it's kind of like protection, basically for the water that goes to the ducted air conditioning unit. The hot water goes through here so it doesn't cool down so quickly. We cover it with this here, making sure there's no water or electricity around here. 0, 0.
Right off the bat, I knew I loved you.
Okay, so the first guide is in place. We've made the holes, first in the metal, then in the cover piece, which is also metal. Then we did it with the wall one. We put in the anchor and the screw and that's it. So that's how it looks. Now we're going to put it on the other side over there. Thanks for watching the video. And then on this little piece, we're not sure whether to put it on the back wall or not, depending on how it looks. We'll see and decide. Thanks for watching the video.
Oh, won't you sing to me?
Okay, we have this one, we have this one, and we have this one. So before we keep putting more up, let's check how it's looking so far. In case we need to make any little adjustments or anything, we prefer to cut what we have and see how it goes. Just in case something needs changing last minute and we'd have to update everything.
Would you sing to me?
This is a wood look PVC panel, and honestly it's super lightweight. Normally they're placed on the walls and honestly they look really cool on the wall too. You just put the adhesive on the back and boom. You put it on and see how beautiful it looks with the door. It's gorgeous. But in our case, since we wanted a removable ceiling, New Decoración sent it to me specifically for that, to install the removable ceiling. So that's it, the first piece we put in to see how it looks. It's true that this one is smaller than the others, but I'm also curious to see how it looks when it's a bit tight. I made it too long. Okay, second try. Well,
With just one layer, you can't really see it much, no, but you really won't be able to see it much.
I've made it too long again. We've adjusted the cut like 5 times already, honestly.
Okay, now wait.
Wait, Mom, now what? How pretty. It looks really cool, doesn't it? Wow, it's going to look amazing. It's a shame we couldn't make the ceiling higher, but we couldn't because of the air ducts. Because we made it to fit the air ducts, literally leaving the duct exposed. So I would have loved to make it as high as possible, but it just wasn't possible. Well, that, and there's a beam here, so it wasn't possible either. But, well, from the duct to the beam, there's just a little bit of difference. But, well, it doesn't look great. It's actually the same height as before. It's at the previous height, yes. The tiles are level. Yes, it's at the same height as before, though I thought it might look better a bit higher, but this is what we have. Now let's measure it and the next one. Now the important one is really the next one, which is the long one. This one was very short. What we're going to do is each of us will take one end of the tape measure. Look at how this is turning out. We've put up 2 panels. Honestly, this looks really great, beautiful, truly impressive. Now, well, we're going to cut the next one and, well, keep going. The thing is, we're missing all the trim pieces, but like this one here, from here on, we're missing them. Since it's going well, we're adding a few more because we're excited. We'll put up 3 first so they're not in the way, add a few more out of excitement, then continue with the trim pieces. Honestly, checking was just our excuse to start cutting and putting things up as always.
How will you let me in if you are ready?
Always. So many flies, stopping for some watermelon. It's delicious. It better be, because you wouldn't believe how expensive watermelon is these days. Well, because we should have gone to the market to buy the fruit. You get better deals there, yes. When we went, we bought a huge piece of watermelon, but really, how was it, Mom? That's right. I don't know, something like this. Maybe even a little bigger. Yes. That was €5. Almost the same as half a watermelon. I don't know, but it must have weighed at least 4 kilos. Oh, and even more, I think. It was a huge piece of watermelon. That was at the market. The fruit there is really good. But we didn't want to waste time. My mom asked me, "Do you want us to go to the market?" The thing is, if we go, we'll end up losing a whole morning, so there isn't enough time for everything. So we've postponed going to the market for the next time we come because you really have to check it out. But not for this week. For the next one,
I need a top shelf drink to set me straight and a little bit of honey to make this go away. Don't even chew her prey, swallow me whole. It's just a little bit of heart, but that's just how it goes. It's just a scratch, a little water in the tank like a flat.
it's just beautiful. It's beautiful, really beautiful. I really want to finish it already. But it's almost done almost. Besides, it gives it a nice touch, well, just like we want it for the house, right? Since it was supposed to be Balinese style, leaving it like this as an imitation of wood is amazing. It gives it a special touch. Yes, it gives it a really cool touch. Everything. A real challenge. Let's put this one in, which is one of the hardest we've done. It took us a while to take the measurements and everything, but I think we did it right. We'll see. Getting it in is going to be quite an ordeal.
Now ready, get your bag, check the tag. Decision is made. Lock your door, need no more. It's already paid. Cancel your bill for
How beautiful. It's gorgeous. Incredible. I'll turn it around now and record from this side. It's amazing, gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. It's just stunning, incredibly beautiful. And it looks spectacular. We're going away.
Get your bag, check the tag. Decision is made. Lock your door, need no more. It's already paid. Cancel your mail for a while. It's a journey for life, and I'm your wife. Hang on, we'll be long gone. Hang on.
And well, that's it for today's video, the progress we've made on the villa, and honestly, it's really starting to take shape. We just have a few things left to do in the bedrooms, and then we'll pretty much have everything ready. I hope and wish that by this summer we'll have the rooms down here finished, and then in September we can start with the upstairs and the exterior. But well, everything will come in time. See you in the next videos. See you soon.